A.J. Hammer in New York.
I'm Brooke Anderson. And what happened today may be the biggest coming out in years. To say that Lance Bass dropped a bombshell today would be an understatement. Lance Bass, adored by millions of girls. Lance Bass, one of the stars of one of the biggest boy bands in decades. Yes, that Lance Bass has revealed to the world that he's gay. A member of the explosively popular 1990s boy band NSYNC, Lance Bass, is exploding with a bombshell of his own in an exclusive interview with People magazine.
It is still very rare for someone in the public eye to come out the way Lance Bass did.
Certainly, we welcome him as the lesbian gay community around this country and around the world.
Showbiz Tonight has the story of Lance's secret, how he hid his homosexuality from the entire world, and the painful rumors that made him decide to come out now. With smash hits like Bye Bye Bye, NSYNC dominated the late 1990s as one of the biggest boy bands around. They sold 25 million records in the U.S. alone. And they were adored by millions of screaming girls and their moms. Through it all, Lance says he struggled to keep his secret. In his exclusive interview with People, Lance says, "I knew that I was in this popular band and I had 4 other guys' careers in my hand. And I knew that if I ever acted on it or even said that I was gay, it would overpower everything."
He says it was not that hard to hide the fact that he was gay during the heyday of NSYNC because he always had an excuse. You know, the band's touring, I'm too busy to really have a girlfriend.
People magazine's Jess Cagle tells Showbiz Tonight that even though Lance didn't tell anyone about his secret, he suspects his fellow bandmates may have known.
He says that the bandmates were like brothers, and he suspects that they probably suspected all along.
Even as NSYNC's heyday ended and its members moved on to other things, like Justin Timberlake's solo music career and Lance's failed attempt to travel to space with Russia's space program,
it's wonderful that I have a voice for the younger generation.
Lance kept his secret. But now he says he's coming out because of the endless internet chatter about his sexuality. He tells People, quote, "The main reason I wanted to speak my mind was that the rumors really were starting to affect my daily life. Now it feels like it's on my terms."
There have been a lot of really kind of mean innuendo and kind of, you know, pounding on the closet door trying to get him to come out. He said that he finally decided to come out because these rumors and everything were starting to get hurtful, and also they were starting to affect his daily life.
Lance says the hardest part was telling his family that he's gay.
Lance had a lot of anxiety about telling his family. You know, Lance is Southern Baptist. His family lives in a small town in Mississippi. So it was pretty nerve-wracking for him. They took it hard. They had a hard time with it. But they were loving and supportive of him from the very beginning.
Unfortunately, still today in the United States, there are lots of situations and lots of times when people feel that they can't be open.
Neil Giuliano, president of the gay rights group GLAAD, says Lance's experience is common among gays and lesbians. But he feels Lance's announcement could do a lot of good.
What we know from other celebrities and public figures who have come out is that universally they're embraced by the public, embraced by the fans, and really provides them an opportunity to encourage other people to be more open about themselves and feel good about themselves with regard to their sexual orientation. I think Lance is going to find the exact same thing is the case for him.
The news was big buzz from coast to coast, and Showbiz Tonight hit the streets to see how people were reacting.
If he wants to be gay, then he can be gay.
That's his business. As long as he doesn't hit on me, we're all right.
I think it's great. People should be proud that of their sexuality. They shouldn't have to hide it from anyone.
Lance definitely feels like he's accepted. He confirms the longtime rumors that he is dating model actor Riken Lemko, who you may remember as a former winner of the reality show The Amazing Race. Lance says, quote, "I don't think it's wrong. I'm not devastated going through this. I'm more liberated and happy than I've been my whole life. I'm just happy."
Ultimately, as he says, he's at peace now. He's at peace with his family. He's at peace with God. He's at peace with himself.
And Lance is getting support from his former bandmates. NSYNC member Joey Fatone tells People magazine, quote, "I back him 100%.
Well, Lance Bass just one in a long line of people in the entertainment industry who've revealed that they are gay. But how difficult is it for a star when two worlds collide? The public persona and the private life. Joining me from Hollywood, Paul Kalishman, founder and CEO of Here Networks, America's premium gay television network, and here in New York, John Polly, who's a writer for Logo TV, which provides entertainment programming for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities. Gentlemen, thanks both for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So it certainly is an inspiring story. Nice to hear that Lance Bass is at peace with the move that he made to come out publicly. He did struggle for years, however, before coming out. We heard his reasons why. He's certainly not alone. So my question for you, Paul, is why is it still so tough for people in the entertainment industry to come out?
I think a lot of that toughness is perception as opposed to reality. What a shame that he couldn't have enjoyed his years at the top while being who he was, while being honest with himself and with everybody else. People, if you're going to be successful, do it on your own terms. Enjoy it. Enjoy your success. Hiding, that doesn't make you happy. Being authentic, that makes you happy. Being authentic makes you sexy. I think that it's a shame that more people don't. I applaud him for coming out today, and I hope that anybody in the public eye or in their private life feels comfortable and safe being who they are.
John, what about that? Do you think it is perception over reality as to why some stars are so reluctant to come out?
I'm sure, because it's an untested thing in many ways. There aren't many major celebrities who come out at the top of their game. So it's uncertain, and who knows what's going to, how the public will react. But I think, as the report said, I think Lance is going to find acceptance, and I think that's going to be the reality.
And you certainly can understand the reasoning behind his decision at the time. Lance did say that he never wanted his personal life to overshadow the band. He felt that it definitely would have. Now, here's a question, Paul. If Lance were to have come out at that time, while NSYNC was at the height of their popularity, what do you think? Is there really any way that he or the group could have maintained the massive success that they had?
They might have maintained it even longer, as a matter of fact. You never know how these things play out. Especially young America. Young America is really ready for this. They are no longer in the freak-out mode that a lot of their parents are. And that might have made the group even sexier and hotter, more authentic, more interesting. One has no way of knowing. You can look at Ellen's career. There was an immediate backlash, but she's bigger and brighter now than she ever was. So it certainly hasn't hurt her career overall.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because as you mentioned, when Ellen came out, in the short term, anyway, it basically killed that sitcom career. Times have changed, and thank goodness for that. Of course, Ellen now one of the most popular talk show hosts going. The same can be said of Rosie O'Donnell. Of course, Rosie can do whatever the heck she wants as far as she's concerned, and she's going to be on The View starting this fall. So, John, what has changed?
Well, I think people are more used to seeing gay people on TV. They know more gay people in their real lives. As more people come out, whether they're celebrities or they're your next-door neighbor, people just begin to know gay people and know that it's not a strange thing. It's just a fact of life, and they're productive gay people all over the place. So I think that's changed. And there's been more gay imagery on TV. Channels like Logo and Here are part of that. And there's more gay imagery in movies. So I think people are seeing more of the real stories being told, and they're cool with it, and that's great.
And Paul, I'm sure you couldn't agree more than that.
Absolutely.
So what do you think the upshot of all of this is for Lance Bass? Because he probably was reluctant, as he said, to come out for some time because he felt it was a risky decision. So what do you think the impact is going to be, Paul, on his coming out in terms of his career at this point? And obviously it's purely hypothetical, but what do you think?
I think in terms of his life and his career, it will all begin now. And that the success he experienced previously as part of that group will now become a success in his life. Whether he wants to continue in music, acting, he is going to be a leader not only in the GLBT community, I think he'll be a leader in the youth community as he moves forward. I think there's going to be nothing but good things for him. In fact, many better things than had he not come out. I think it's going to be enormously positive.
I think there are a lot of people wishing Lance Bass well today. Paul Kalishman of Here Networks, John Polly from Logo Networks. Appreciate you being with us here on Showbiz Tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to hear what you think about it. It is our Showbiz Tonight question of the day. Gay in Hollywood, does your opinion of stars change when they come out? Vote at CNN.com/ShowbizTonight. Send us an email, showbiztonight@CNN.com.